Euphonic Sessions with Kyle and Albert.
Hello everybody, it's July 2014. Welcome to a brand new edition of Euphonic Sessions.
In the last two shows we started with a remix by Sebastian. So let's keep the tradition alive. Here's another Sebastian remix, this time for our brand new single called Down.
By the way, we play the original version in the next episode, and we expect that the video clip will be available on our YouTube channel around mid-July, so check it out.
Say it louder, but I can't say it clearer. I could love you more, but I don't. So you're going down, 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 down. I can speak the words in a way I never heard them. I could lie and say that I'm sorry while you're on the ground, down, down, down. But you can kick and punch, going for the kill, scream and shout it out. I'll be standing still, watching it unfold right before my eyes. Watch it going down. Before my eyes, watch it going down, 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 down. Watch it going down, 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 down. Watch it going down. Watch it
now, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for the biggest comeback of the year. People around the globe ask us, where is he? What happened? So now sit back, relax, and listen.
Yo, and Albert, hello. This is Nikolai from Tomsk, Russia. Long time since I did not send you voice messages, but I still listen your tracks and downloading podcasts monthly. Yeah. I once sent you a message, asked where the track Above and Beyond with your Arisen Flame encounter with Sun and Moon. Why don't you answer? I still cannot find anywhere else a extended mix. But very want this. Oh guys. Thanks and good luck. Thanks.
So thank you for a voice message, and don't forget to check your mailbox for a little present. And to all others, also send your voice message. Record your voice any quality and send it to id@kayanalbert.com. That was Rafa, Goodbye, great track. And we go on with another great track. Chicane has always been a big favorite for us. And here's a new single, Chicane featuring Sanity, No More I Sleep. And a perfect remix by Antilles and Duncan. And this one is our track of the month. The complete track list you find on our website, karlalbert.com.
Of all the things we've never spoke of, the time we've lost just drifting on.
I follow you everywhere you go, baby. The painless lights come to wake you, but you will never realize that I inspire the dreams that guide you, baby. I follow the winds that bring the cold, baby. I light a fire in your soul, baby. The lightest touch of falling, my love may be visible, but I inspire the dreams that guide you, baby. You're half a world away, but in my mind I whisper every single word you say. You're half a world away, but in my mind I whisper every single word you say. And before you sleep at night, you pray to me, your lucky star, your singing satellite. You pray to me, your lucky star, your singing satellite. You're half a world away, but in my mind I whisper every single word you say. And before you sleep at night, you pray to me, your lucky star, your singing satellite. You pray to me, your lucky star, your singing satellite.
We are Kyle Albert and you're listening to Euphonic Session July 2014, and that was a true classic by Ocean Lab, Satellite, the Elan Bluestone remix.
I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path. I don't care, you wanna tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you.
Hey Caillou and Albert, thanks for another great episode of Euphonic Sessions. I always love the style of your show and I listen to catch up on any new tracks that you all are spinning. You two may remember me as the guy who always wears a Maryland shirt, stands at the front of the crowd, and then can't wait to come and talk with you guys after the show whenever you come to Lima Lounge in Washington, D.C. Your song, All Your Colors, was my favorite track of 2013, and I can't wait to see you guys again live whenever you come back to D.C. See you soon.
Euphonic Sessions with Kyle and Albert.
I breathe you easy as we breathe one. I see crystal clear as we burn the I breathe you easy as we breathe I see crystal clear as we burn I breathe you easy as we breathe I see crystal clear as we burn the
Ralph and Steven. I hope you're doing fine. It's Ellen from Taliati, and here it is. My shoutout to you, all your team, and especially to Mina Safi, Joseph Eris, and Togglehead for their thrilling remixes. You know, I've got two passions in my life. First is trance music, and second is pole dance. And since I started performing, I had an idea to match trance music to the pole. Trance is normally too fast for pole dancing, but with some of the latest releases, I seem to have found what I was looking for. Your music is so exciting and inspiring and vivid. Thank you so much for the inspiration you give with it. I wish you to get inspiration from everywhere you are and everything you do. And the same to all the listeners of Euphonic Sessions. Don't be afraid to create. Bye for now and take care.
What a great track. This one is doing great in our live sets. It's Lush and Simon, and the track is called Hunter. And we go on with a new track from Genix, and this one is called Run.
Sonic Sessions with Kyle and Albert.
Hi Kyle and Albert, this is Caroline from Germany. I want to shout out to everyone who has lost a loved one. I wish to dedicate this to my bro who passed away in summer 2012. We miss you and love you. And thank you from the heart to Kaya and Albert for your tunes that soothed our soul when times were tough. In our hearts, love lives on.